Hi, I'm here with Nana Benonis from Alpha Mortgage, and I'm so glad to ask you a couple questions. So, a lot of my sellers are still thinking about the move, but my buyers are worried about mortgage rates still. What can I tell them?
So I've actually been getting these questions a lot from my own borrowers, and sometimes they doubt if it's a good time to buy. And I always say, and I say the same thing, you marry the house, you date the rate.
Okay.
Yes, the rates are where they are today, and we can't control where they go. We are thinking that they're gonna come down eventually, and we can always refinance them. And what happens is, back in COVID days, when the interest rates were very, very low, what do we see? Craziness. People were going above asking price. Where now, I don't know what you've experienced, but I feel like it's a little more stable for buyers these days. And I think that getting a home for a decent price, even if the interest rates are higher, is better than waiting a year or two and taking that risk of home prices going up, even though interest rates may drop. I just think it's always a good time to buy, and I think it's a great time to buy right now.
So are there any great products that buyers should make sure that they're asking about?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've talked about this before, and we do have buy down programs that they could do, 2-1 buy downs, which is a seller paid concession where they can get lower interest rates for the first couple years of the loan. Anytime I get a borrower, I always like to go over all their options. So I just want to make sure we structure that file to fit the borrower's interests, right? So, and I did want to touch on one thing. I know you asked about products, but there are recent news with the FHA loan. FHA mortgage insurance rates have dropped from 85 basis points to 55 basis points. So if I get a borrower that is thinking about FHA, let's just say, versus conventional loan, and they only have 3 to 5% to put down on a loan, right? So I compare the two. Right now, like I said, FHA the mortgage insurance rates are very competitive and the rates are low. Why? Because it's a government-backed loan. Versus conventional, if you put 3 to 5% down, interest rates are going to be a lot higher, and you have to pay for mortgage insurance. If you're putting down 3.5% on an FHA loan, the mortgage insurance will not go away. That's the only downside to that. But you do get a lower monthly payment. However, which is news that came out recently, if you put down 10% on an FHA loan, the mortgage insurance goes away on the 11th year, which is huge because historically, you can never get rid of mortgage insurance on an FHA loan. So those are pretty exciting things that are happening right now.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Our buyers have a budget, and this is what the budget is, so maybe they change the price point of the house a little bit, but to know for sure that this is going to be a stable price for them, a stable monthly payment for them.
Absolutely.
And in the future, it's going to be better rather than worse, with opportunities to refinance or get rid of that PMI insurance. It's a great time.
Absolutely. It's always a good time, and I like to say, materials are not getting any cheaper. It's only going up. And like you said, we've seen appreciation in the market, and I think it's a great time to buy right now.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.